A very good evening and welcome to Biz Talks. I know you're wondering if you're watching us from the MoneyWise channel, what's happening? First of all, let me welcome the Biz Talks followers and appreciate you for really coming through. It's been some time. We have been away for some time, but we are back. We want to appreciate this new segment hosted on MoneyWise channel, courtesy of the MoneyWise team behind and Rina, Hicks as well. And it's a new segment where we know and realize that where there is money, there is also entrepreneurship involved in it. And so these conversations on entrepreneurship will as well be hosted right here on MoneyWise. So welcome to all the MoneyWise followers. And don't wonder, has the account been hacked? No. This is our new home. And thank you so much for your time. So feel free, because today we have an interesting conversation about, just having a cutting edge when you are an entrepreneur. How do you really have that cutting edge? And in our house is our resident entrepreneur advisor, and that's none other James Karundu, who is here. And please pay attention and listen in, because we say everybody sort of somehow, you're an entrepreneur and you want to have that cutting edge whenever you're going out. James, welcome to the show.
Thank you, and it's great to be back.
I don't even know whether to say welcome to you or to say umepitia tena, because this is like home for you.
Well, I feel at home here. Yes.
Yeah, but of course, before we start on this conversation, building your own competitive advantage, let me first of all serve you something warm. I don't know whether you have already a choice there on the chest, courtesy of Velvins. Do you have something that you would want to have with some hot water?
Yes, I do want cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
Yes.
I think pick it for yourself right there.
Yes. Cinnamon if they have it. You can say tangawizi.
Yeah. You got some tangawizi?
It's okay.
There's also some green teas if you want.
I'll actually do green tea and mint.
And mint, yeah. Yep. That works for an evening as well.
Yes, exactly. It's a bit chilly.
So if you're watching us, please feel free to share. Tell a friend to tell a friend that we want to talk about building a competitive advantage. As an SME or as a business, we want to learn how do you do that. James, before we get into the conversation, for the sake of the people who may be seeing you for the first time,
yes,
would you care to just briefly introduce yourself whenever people ask you who's James?
Okay, great. Yeah. And it's always good a good opportunity to meet and interact with new people.
Absolutely.
And obviously, James Karundu is my name.
Yeah.
I'm a speaker, I'm an author, I'm a business coach.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur mentor, an entrepreneur myself.
Yes.
And I've been through my own journey, where I've moved from being in the education academia sector, and then doing a very crazy thing.
Okay.
Leaving a job to start the entrepreneurship journey.
Yes.
And then having my own issues and challenges, finding my footing.
Yeah.
And now I run PASSIONBIZ Academy, where we offer business mentorship for startups, service providers, and entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And in that space also, I've also written a number of books. Yeah. And one of it is called Becoming an Entrepreneur.
Becoming an Entrepreneur. My goodness, that's a must read for everybody, especially if you're thinking of transitioning. And somehow, James, by the way, I have a feeling people know that I cannot stay in a certain position for long, especially if you're in employment.
Yes.
That you may need to transition to a sort of, let me call it lifelong sustainability.
Yes.
And that's definitely entrepreneurship for most people. So I think that's sort of like a journey, and I'm sure you have seen a lot of people who are doing that transition. Is it?
Yeah, it's a transition, and it's a big shift. It's a big shift, first of all, even mentally.
Yeah.
And what I always tell people is it's about answering a call from within.
Yeah.
That's how it always always starts. It's always a call from within.
Yeah.
And it's a call that you cannot ignore, or at least you ignore for some time until you cannot ignore it. And then, of course, the best way always is to start a side hustle. So that at least you just start, there's a learning curve before you jump in fully. So I advise always side hustle. That's what I did. In fact, I used to have side hustles. Some of the things I do today are my side hustles. And then, just to borrow from the late Judge Saitoti, there come a time. That it's time to jump out. And then you jump out.
Wow.
And that's what I did, and I help people in the same journey and the same transition.
There you have it. So please give us some feedback. If you're watching us and you're already in, please let us know that you're watching, where you're watching us from. To be nice to know so that we can interact as well. And if you're on Facebook as well, check MC Moments, and you'll be able to also really tune in and get to know how the flow is going. So James, let's get into the subject, building a competitive advantage as an SME. When I shared this out, one of the persons told me, This is the goal of every entrepreneur, because most of the times before you reinvent and get something really new, it's quite tough.
Yes.
And so most of the times you'll end up almost selling similar things, but you'll see some people selling more. Others are still wondering what is it. And everybody would want, as an entrepreneur, to build that competitive advantage. And I want to throw it to you. Where do we start first? Are we going to start? Actually, let's just start from the definitives, you know. What do you mean by this, that we need to build a competitive advantage?
It's about something that makes you attractive to a particular group of people, a particular set of customers. That's what your competitive advantage.
Yes.
Something that makes you, I'm going to just use the word attractive, because there's a whole package that you present that makes you attractive. So your competitive advantage is the set of things that you do better than others, that make you produce some unique results for a particular target group. That's what it is.
So let me ask you, examples really go well.
Yes. Okay, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. In fact, let's just dive into it. And this whole thing of competitive advantage and even standing out, it's, at the end of the day, it's about solving a problem for somebody. It's about producing a result. So if you're able to produce a particular unique result for a particular person, and I'm already starting to say what it's always about. So it's always about a result, an outcome. Let's put it another way. A breakthrough. Your ability to produce a breakthrough for somebody, how you do it, that is your competitive advantage. And sometimes it has to do with some element of an unfair advantage which you may be having, and let me give you examples now. So I hope the viewers like that thing of unfair advantage that everybody has, and it has an unfair advantage over others, and especially SMEs. So let's put it this way. If you have experience in a particular area, and it's something that you have done, or you've overcome a particular problem, or you've produced a particular result for yourself, and then you help others produce the same result, that's already an unfair advantage you have. In other words, your history and your experience, your history and maybe the experience in helping people produce a particular outcome. Let's go into examples.
Examples now.
I'm always thinking in terms of somebody who, like a weight loss coach, for example. If it's a weight loss coach, maybe it's a gym instructor, this person has some particular moves he teaches people, or she teaches people.
Absolutely.
And also this person has a particular affinity towards a particular type of customer. Most customers, majority of them could be women, but maybe even men. So, and let me stay away from the women and just stick to the men.
Stick to the men.
So there is this particular gym instructor, this particular person who is able to help men of a particular age get fit and lose weight and keep it off. And maybe this person has done the same thing for themselves. So we say this about an outcome, it's about a result for a particular person. The things that he does, whether it's the moves, whether it's how they think, whether how they feed, whether the exercise, the regime, the things that he does, those are his competitive advantage. And he has an unfair advantage because maybe he's in the same age group as the people that he works with. That is what I'm saying.
They can easily relate with someone.
Because as I was thinking about this topic, I was also thinking that competitive advantage also has another element of your deep connection. Your deep connection with your target group. That's your competitive advantage.
You're right.
Because you know them. You're able to connect on a deeper level than any other person.
That's a very good example, because I'm imagining if it's a 50-year-old person and you have a 45 to 50-year-old instructor, you have a feeling they would understand
you.
They would not press you too hard, maybe, or something of that sort.
They might tell you to start jumping, you know, all sorts of things, and maybe you're not able to do that.
Absolutely.
But they have a way to help you produce the result. Remember, I said it's about a result. It's about a breakthrough. And this person may not necessarily do it in the standard way. because of the connection with the target group, maybe he has things that work for them.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wow. I love that. That's a perfect example. So I think from where we are now, we understand it. We can see certain things that are really, let me use the word, unique to this particular person or the service provider or the business person that would now edge them in a way so that at least they have their way of doing their thing, their target and all that. Now let's go to the process of starting to identify this, because I know that's a place where some people are grappling and saying, listen,
so where do I start with this?
Where do I start?
Great. I'm going to give you examples and we're going to list some of them.
That's okay.
Great. So let me just kind of just sidetrack slightly, because what I want to talk about is about mindset.
Okay. Wow.
Because there's an element of mindset there that if you don't have the right mindset, you will not be able to move to the next level.
Okay.
So mindset element here is this, that first of all, we're in a state where things are difficult and challenging. And many, a small business owner is struggling, even maybe not even seeing the opportunities, even before we talk about the competitive advantage.
Okay.
So one has to think a little bit differently. And one of the mindset elements is this, that there's always opportunity. There's opportunity for me, that there is opportunity for me in this marketplace.
Yes.
For my unique thing.
Okay.
That the thing I want to bring in the marketplace has takers.
Okay.
You've got to believe that. You know, that's something which you've got to believe. Because if you don't believe there are takers or people who are looking for what you're offering, then you cannot even start.
I know.
So the first mindset thing is that there's opportunity for me. And I'd love even people watching to write this in capital letters. I hope somebody's writing at this hour.
Like I'm doing.
Okay, so there's opportunity for me in every season. There's opportunity for me in every season and in every marketplace. There's opportunity for me in every season and every marketplace. Wow. So that's the first barrier you have to jump. Because if you don't believe that there's opportunity for you, then you can't move.
You know, just pause there, because I feel this is very critical. A mindset change. That you have to also believe in the product that you're about to offer.
Absolutely.
So you're not just trying things out, sit back, believe in it, then now you can go.
Because the mindset is going to be the kind of sabotaging thing somewhere behind the scenes that if it's not placed right, if you're not thinking right, then you can't hack anything else that's ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Because that's like the push that you have constantly. Even when you face adversities, you have the push that, listen, I have the right product and it's needed.
Yes. And well, the product might need tweaking and shifting here, but I have a solution.
I have a solution to offer. I like that.
I have a solution. I have a solution. Because it's maybe not the most perfect solution, but it is needed.
Okay.
And I must bring it up. So that's the first mindset piece. I hope that's making sense.
That makes sense. And I think we have had people who constantly don't believe in themselves.
Yes.
They constantly will try this, try that, try that. So they don't have, I don't know whether it's good to call it the spine.
Yes.
To keep moving, because it started from the mindset. I think that's what you're saying.
Yeah. Because the right mindset is the one that's going to now open the door to everything else that we're going to discuss.
Okay. Let's move on to the next step now.
So the next thing here in terms of your competitive edge and all that, it's always about finding the right client. And I keep saying this, the right client is your biggest source of competitive advantage. Let me put it in slightly different ways.
Okay.
You see, your product is not for everybody. And the challenge for many an SME is finding the right client, or zeroing in on the perfect client.
Wow.
Because if you're not serving the right client, then they will not appreciate whatever it is. So it's a competitive advantage when you find the right client.
Okay.
And I would say that is about 60% of the whole game here.
Ooh. Okay.
Finding and serving the right client.
Yeah.
Even with your product, even if your product is not the best, but the right client You're kind of almost there. How's that?
I know. Let me call you coach today because you know the next question I'm about to ask on that. How do you find the right client?
Yeah, because if you get that, then 60% of all your issues are sorted.
Yeah.
Because the right client is always somebody who has a very unique problem that you are best positioned to solve. Remember the issue of the 50-year-old and the gym instructor?
The gym instructor, yes.
You're starting to get that point now.
I'm getting it.
The right client. So where do I find the right client? Finding the right client, if you don't know, I always say drop a pin, start somewhere. Because there's an element of overthinking. Remember the mindset.
Yeah.
You know, when you start, everything is a hypothesis. How's that?
Okay. James, you know, I have to tell people, you have trained hundreds, if not thousands, of entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And you have so many of them that you constantly talk with, I mean, weekly, because I'm one of them, and you have trained me.
Yes.
So someone may sort of start saying, okay, start somewhere, you know, or you're trying to identify who, because you need the right clients for you to start. So the question is this: if I'm just thinking, okay, I need to start,
I'm gonna sort you out.
You got my question, Sam.
I'm gonna sort you out.
Help me out.
Excellent. Okay, I know we've kind of dangled it a little bit here, but now it's time to deliver the goods.
Please deliver.
The right client is somebody who's in transition. In fact, if you're ever looking where to find a client, look for somebody who is in a transition, somebody who is in a junction in their lives, somebody who is navigating something, even for the very first time. Let's go through each of those.
Okay.
Transition. Somebody, okay, well, I deal with people in transition. Startups. You're employed. You want to start a business. You are transitioning from employment to entrepreneurship.
Yes.
In other words, it's somebody who is navigating new territory.
Okay.
Somebody who is navigating
new territory.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're navigating something which they've never navigated before. How's that? I hope that's making sense.
It makes sense a lot.
So somebody who is in some sort of transition. You're shifting from this to this. Listen, even shifting houses. That's a transition.
It's a transition.
Exactly. So you're looking for somebody who is at a junction in their lives.
Okay.
Junction in their lives as in they need to make a decision this way or that way.
Okay.
That's a very good person.
So
look, I need to go to a university.
Yeah, that's a transition, definitely.
Or even a junction. You know, all this kind of more or less the same scenario. I'm trying to just give a shift or emphasis in one of them.
One step to another.
Yes, but the point is this, that I need even to choose a university.
Yeah, very true.
Is that not an area where somebody needs help? And somebody can have a product or service.
Like I've seen a lot of people who help people navigate through, if you want to go abroad, which university to select and all that.
Because that is because the question is always this, when is somebody of greatest need?
Okay.
Because it's only when somebody has a great need are they going to desire a solution.
You know, I just remembered a year ago plus, we sat here and we talked about the journey of an entrepreneur, how to identify. And I feel like you've touched some words there that probably would need a recap.
Yes.
Because identifying a need is one of the things that you said is very critical for someone who wants to get into entrepreneurship. And I think you've put it very well in your book. By the way, do you have some books here?
Well, I have some, not all of them, but I have Stepping Stones, I have Go For It.
Go For It.
And Go For It is just one of those ones.
Wow.
And yes.
Can I hold it? Because so that I can show our viewers. Go for it. Go for it. If you're thinking about that, there you go. And I know even that entrepreneurship, the journey of an entrepreneur as well, it's very important for them to grab that. Now back to my question. It was actually a statement first that identifying that need is very important. And even in this place of getting your competitive advantage as well, it also comes into play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yes, because you have to find the angle you're going to use. Number one, to connect with the person. And number two, to solve the problem.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because there always has to be a connection. And then the solution. Connection first, and then solution. Okay.
Now, let me go back to the question I was trying to phrase because of your experience and the number of people that have come across you. You must have had this one person who came to you saying, I needed to move to something different and you help them like you helped us
yes.
identify an opportunity
yes.
and see it by themselves, because that's what you do. Just give an example.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. And I've mentored hundreds.
Yes.
So what you're talking about here is this. We've said, who is the ideal client? Somebody in transition.
Yeah.
In other words, they're navigating something for the first time.
Absolutely.
It's somebody who needs to make a decision.
Yeah.
But also, allow me to add one more, a first timer at anything. That's always one of the best clients to want to serve.
Okay.
A first timer at anything.
Wow.
Because they are navigating something.
Yeah.
And that is the time of greatest need, and they need solution in one way or another.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the question that you've asked, which is, I don't know where to start, where to begin.
Yeah, that's true. And sort of like an example of someone you saw.
Okay, people who walked in with, shall we say, confused?
Yeah, that's a good word, by the way. There's a season where you're like, now what am I doing?
Exactly, and I meet a lot of that.
Yeah.
This is what I always ask people, and I'm going to give you a few examples. Yeah. But typically, everything always has to do with also your own personal journey, and the problems that you have overcome.
Yeah.
And I've worked with a number of people, especially on money matters and finances. Yeah. And some people, I have this specific person, names will not be said.
Don't say names today.
But this particular person was working in, working in the financial sector. Yeah. And one of their biggest challenges, the thing that had kept them there, was the issue of debt. That is the thing that really had kept them there. It's somebody who...
A lot of people are there because of that.
Yes. So this person had discovered a talent. You know, that they were not natural trainers, but somehow they found themselves always being told to show the new people what to do, train the new people. And then they started realizing they have something there. Yeah. That thing of training and engaging. And then they would always desire, they always think, you know, I really need to step out. Yeah. But the one thing that kept them there was the issue of what? Debt. This person came to one of my free talks. And I don't even know what I said, but the person waited for me at the end of it. And they're like, wow, today you've hit the thing that has really, really held me back. Yeah. And then the question is, where do I start?
Yeah, where do I start?
Do you know what actually happened? And I can feel goosebumps as I'm sharing this, because I remember this moment, that it is this thing that has kept this person stuck. That is actually what they needed to help people to overcome. Wow. So the person ended up starting a debt management service, and they teach people how to get out of debt.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You're getting the point now?
Yeah, I get it.
That sometimes it's the very thing that you have struggled with that has the answer. Yeah. And sometimes the obstacle minor is the way.
Is the way.
Yes. So that's an example of somebody who at first they did not know.
They didn't know. Yeah.
But suddenly they realized it is this thing that I've struggled with. Yeah. That I need to actually show people how to overcome.
Wow. So sort of what you're saying is that everybody within themselves, they have it.
They have it.
Yes.
And it's, in fact, I keep saying this, and I think this is going to be so interesting, Maina, that sometimes it's not about what you don't have. Yeah. It's about what is already in you. Wow. And most of the times you have to dig deeper within. Okay. So some of the processes that we take people through is that thing of looking deep within. Because it's usually there. Yeah. But maybe, remember we said the mindset thing? Yeah. There's always fear. There's always that thing of seeing other things in the marketplace. Maybe my thing is not going to be good enough, and so on and so on. And today we're discussing about competitive advantage.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It is only when you bring that thing that is inside you, that crazy idea, that is the one that you bring out.
Okay. So two things that I've taken so far, so good. I mean, we've talked about mindset. We talk about finding the right client. Have we exhausted yet?
No.
Okay. I was just about to. So we have the correct mindset now. We have identified the clients.
Yes. Somebody in transition.
Yes. Somebody
who I am best positioned to connect with. Yeah. and help them overcome that problem in a very unique manner, better than anybody else.
Absolutely.
Yes, continue.
Okay, so now I want us to go to the next step now. Because now I'm seated here and I'm feeling like that entrepreneur already, because we're calling anybody, you're an entrepreneur, you have it. That's the point. So you have the mindset, I'm good to go. I believe that I've seen that solution that I need to offer. I got some clients here, and even if I don't have them ready, I have that one, the pin.
The one, yes, drop the pin, start with one.
The one person, right? Yes. What next?
Great. So again, a slight mindset issue and then the answer.
That's okay.
Seek to serve fewer people, not more people. It's a little bit counterintuitive. Remember, this is about competitive advantage.
Yes.
Seek to serve fewer people.
Fewer people.
Deeper for longer.
Wow. Hey.
Got that?
All right. Yeah, I get it.
You know, it's a bit counterintuitive, but that's what works.
Yeah.
You see, remember, today's conversation is about competitive advantage.
Absolutely.
So seek to serve fewer people. Seek to serve fewer people. Meaning you're serving the right clients, but you serve them deeper. You know, you're able to solve their problems with depth when they are few.
You know, why? Well, maybe your product can reach everybody.
Yes,
just assuming.
Let's go deeper.
Yes,
and then you see a lot of breakthroughs take time.
Yeah,
a lot of transformations take time. But when you get it right, that person becomes your evangelist. Are you seeing?
You've converted someone.
You've converted, they become your what? Evangelist.
Absolutely.
In fact, I want to give a ratio. I'm a mathematician, don't forget.
Yeah, I remember.
So in today's marketplace, you need to talk to 10 before you get one perfect client. Wow. It is that one perfect client that you serve and help experience a tremendous breakthrough that is going to get you 10. So it is 10 to get one, and then that one gets you 10. I don't know if you see my logic here.
I like the mathematics already.
Well, yes, exactly. So seek to serve fewer people, serve them very well, serve them better than any other person. Wow. And I would say serve them beyond money. Serve them beyond money. You've got to give value, much more value than even what you're being paid for.
You know, I don't know whether I'm going to be mixing too many things, but let me just throw it in. You're going to help me out. Because in this era where marketing has become diverse.
Yes.
I mean, digital marketing is here. I can just pay a few coins and I'm reaching thousands and the likes. Someone would tell you, hey, James, that's a bit slow.
Yes.
I mean, why am I sticking to satisfy this one? I know, I believe they could bring the 10, but it's a bit slow. The process looks slower. Well, at a click of a button, I'm reaching my thousands. What do you tell people like that? Or like me who are thinking that way?
I like the confession.
Yes.
I like the confession. Well, there's an element of truth of that, yes, indeed, you do need your message to hit a lot more people and so on. But there is one thing that message cannot do with all those people simultaneously, to create a heart-to-heart conversation. You know, right here we are speaking, heart to heart. We are close to one another.
Yes.
We're having, eyeball to eyeball, and this is really, really amazing. You see, you cannot be able to have that with, everybody at the same time. And when you say SME, we're talking about especially people who are starting out. There is higher level strategies to have the same impact that involve some of the conversations that you've raised. But at the moment, I'm still on that person who is kind of starting out, somebody who is looking to move forward. So, and listen to this, Mina. When I say that one person, I don't mean one person. I mean, you can also serve several others.
There could be just a bunch.
It's not necessarily that one person. But the point is this. Of course, obviously, my point is this. Don't seek to grow too fast. Don't seek to have so many people who are getting mediocre results and outcomes. It is better to, narrow it down, niche down. Have fewer people who you serve. Obviously, fewer is relative. I mean, fewer, for some people, it could be 100. Fewer, it could be 10. But the point is this. You want to do a good job.
You're right.
Today's conversation is about competitive advantage.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And competitive advantage is about results.
Yeah.
It's about outcomes. It's about breakthroughs.
Yeah.
And real breakthroughs that lead to transformation.
Just remembered another quote that you shared here in the previous conversation. You said one of the ways to sort of like keep your business going is to ensure that you're serving your customer to satisfaction. I think I remember that word.
Yes.
And you know, it got me thinking, because I went back to the drawing board and started asking myself, who are my customers? Are they satisfied? You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, you hit me hard, and even today you're hitting me again. So when we talk about that, because I see that service, as you've put it, is actually a competitive advantage.
It is. Because it's about connection. It's about emotional connection. And you see, nothing beats that sense of how somebody receives you, how somebody understands you. And one of the biggest challenges that we have is we feel they don't get us, you know, out there.
Yeah.
So imagine a scenario where somebody feels they get me.
That's nice.
And you cannot
lock them for life.
That's my point, yes. So remember we said mindset.
Yeah.
So I want people to get that thing of serving fewer, deeper for longer, so that they can be able to produce the same results at a cheaper price, because it's a referral from a satisfied customer.
And even, you know, I've noticed as well, I mean, I think entrepreneurship is interesting.
Yes.
There are people who will stick with someone, even though probably their service or product is quite expensive.
Yes.
But they're stuck there because I don't know whether it's loyalty or what it is, but I have a feeling it's because of this service that they get, which is the competitive advantage.
The service. We're human beings.
Yeah.
And we love it when we are treated well, understood. Keyword is understood.
Okay.
And there's a day I was teaching marketing and sales in a real estate company here just the other day. And what I was sharing with them, I want to share now, that people don't buy because they understand your product. They buy because they feel understood.
It's not about feeling the product.
No.
It's, I feel understood.
That is what I'm saying.
Ooh. Okay.
Huyu ndio anatujua. Ananijua. This person knows.
They know me.
They know me. How's that?
You know, I'm just forced to give my personal example. Then correct me if this is in line.
Yes.
I've had a kinyozi.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, yes.
He's been with me for the last decade plus.
Yes.
The guy does not have those massage things. He doesn't have all those things that I see people talking about. It's just a simple place. I just go. Then after that, I'm slapped nicely with my spirit. I'm good. And I find it so okay. Why? Because when I sit on that seat, I actually sleep. He will not do some crazy things on me. I have tried sometime. I've been forced sometimes to try some other place. Then you're like, what's all this? You know, I know I'm going to pay for this, but what's all this?
You see, the human need is very interesting. That there's something we need, and we need the way we need it.
Yeah.
This guy, he understands me.
Yeah.
I can be at home. No judgment.
I know.
And the guy doesn't have all the sophistication.
And I close my eyes, he will not do a mistake.
Can you imagine? Just knows it. And he doesn't have all those other nice, fancy things elsewhere.
I know.
So this is very interesting, because sometimes we look at what we have and we're thinking like it's not good enough.
Yeah.
What should be good enough is the connection.
Wow. The connection.
That is what you're talking about. Serve fewer, longer, deeper. Get connected like this.
Wow.
They're going to refer you to others.
Yeah.
At a much lower cost.
You know, there's a word you use in them, and I feel like we need to sort of as well tap on it, because I think you as well are a big proponent when it comes to referrals.
Yes.
And is it that, as I said, going back to the new ways of marketing, where we want to throw ourselves everywhere to everybody because we believe they're potential customers, which is not bad, as you've said. But there's this powerful one, which I hear from your end. The referral one comes with much more trust, tried and tested way. In your opinion, should the two complement, or is there one better than the other? I'm just
okay. This is today. It's hybrid. Today it's mixed grill.
Yes.
Today it's a combination of everything. So each has its place.
Okay.
Each has
its place.
Its place.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, a referral from a customer who has had a transformation is worth all the advertisement you can ever do.
You're right.
Yes.
You're right. It's true. The reason why I asked that is because personally, when I look back at our business, referrals have really worked.
Yes.
There were not many questions asked, especially when it came from a trusted source.
Absolutely.
So work on that. So let's get to now we have done stage.
Well, we've yes. Okay, continue.
Have we mixed this stage?
No, this is good because there's one more thing I want to talk about.
Please go ahead.
You see, at the end of the day, it's about your competitive advantage.
Yes.
Which is still the next step in this conversation.
Yeah.
Has everything to do with your offers. Your offers.
Okay.
You see, people buy offers. We normally think people buy products. People don't buy products. They buy offers. So for you as an SME, your ability to create offers that are mouth-watering, metaphorically, is what is your biggest competitive advantage.
Okay.
And I want to give an example.
Give an example, please.
I brought this all the way from home. Actually, okay, well, first of all, I'm a speaker, Maina, so I love using props. You know, a prop is something that allows you to share a message powerfully. So this one, I kind of grabbed it from my household.
Yes.
And it's all about this particular brand of soap.
Soap, yeah.
When they came to relaunch themselves, I don't know whether they stumbled upon it, but they came up with this strategy where you buy the soap and then you get a soap dish.
Oh, on top of it.
On top of it.
Just free of charge.
So this was very tantalizing.
Yeah. Because
you go to the supermarket or wherever, you find all the soaps that are there.
Yeah.
And then this has something extra.
Sorry, I was just checking some comments here. Go on. Yeah.
This has something extra.
Yeah.
And it's for the same price as the other.
Wow.
And many people have bought.
I haven't seen this, by the way. I mean, I'm surprised it's actually often like this.
Well, the offer is no longer available. Okay, I think it's not. But we're talking about offers. So an offer is what you wrap around the basic product. Any wrappings that you tie, in other words, the things that you throw in that are part of the package. Yeah. So people buy packages. Okay. People buy offers.
You're right.
You know, Safaricom, you know, the big player has this thing. They used to have this thing of every last weekend they have some offers. Yeah. And you'd always be on the lookout for those offers. Yeah. So it's the power of an offer. And as SME, we have to always think like the way this person has done, which is the basic product and something else that has high perceived value. High perceived value, but not necessarily a higher cost to you. That's a way to look at it. Yeah. So the question then for somebody who's watching here is, what am I offering? It doesn't matter what you're offering. What else can I throw in that has high perceived value?
It's a perception thing here, as you're using the word perceive.
Yes.
Because when I look at this, let me just grab it. When I look at it, I see, because most of the times, if I buy soap, I love to think, where will I place it, especially after my showers or using it, you know? But now, there's a coupon here already for me.
Yes.
It's covered in, you just wrap it up and
in fact, the utility value of this is very, very, very high.
It's actually well done because, you know, water will seep out, everything up.
You're essentially getting almost like 2 for the price of 1.
Wow.
So this offer becomes very good. And I like using this example because it's quite practical.
You're right.
And it's about somebody thinking, what else can I put in? If I'm selling a book, for example, if I'm selling this particular book, what else can I add to this? Yeah. Can I add a free 30-minute consultation?
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
You're getting the point now. Suddenly, you're getting a lot more from the purchase of this. Okay. Yeah. Schools are doing that, where you find they're saying they're having, I think, rollerblade trainings and those sort of things. Yeah. That's an example of creating offers that you find. I'm getting a school, and my child is also going to get, previously I think it was French or something like that. But that's the same mindset. So as an SME then, as a competitive advantage element, you have to think of your offers.
Think of what you're offering.
But the keyword is the offer. That's the offer. People don't buy products, they buy offers. And how do you know what's going to work? You don't know. You test out different offers.
Okay.
And you may even want to increase the value of the product and then throw in something that makes it tantalizing. You end up getting even more money because that deal looks good. Okay. We all want a good deal.
That's true.
So let the person feel they're getting a good deal.
Wow. That's true, by the way, because I find myself whenever I'm trying to purchase something, what slightly extra thing is there? You want to think of that, and then you feel valued that there's people.
Yes.
That's why you'll see products sometimes. I think yesterday I was in the supermarket and you could see a box of biscuits saying if you buy these 500 grams, you get sort of like
something else.
Right? It's something just something extra there. You feel like, okay, or even if it's cooking oil, they have attached another smaller.
Oh yes, I like that.
Thinking, okay, this is good. This is good.
I'm getting more. So, and I want the SMEs to learn from the big players. Anything you see being put on the supermarket, that's a good lesson for you. How they have bunched this and this. Always watch and ask yourself, how can I do the equivalent? You can't do the same thing. This is a big company that has budgets, research, etc. But if you see it working, please know it's not by accident. They work. Remember, people buy offers. They don't buy the product. Yes.
People buy offers. Whoa, what's your offer?
Thank you. That way. And just a quick one, Minor. If somebody doesn't know what to do, always create a monthly offer. Test it out. Just say, if you don't know what to do, just say, in fact, this is what I teach my students. This is what July. Say, we're having a July offer. We're having a July offer. And if you want, you can target a particular group and say, we're having a July offer for new moms.
Okay.
That's the last bit on
segmentation,
that. So because it's an offer, remember it's the product plus something extra. So sometimes you may want to target, and I want the viewers to know you're always testing out. Everything you put out is a hypothesis. You're testing it out. And money in the bank is always the proof of concept. Okay.
So can I ask a question?
Yes.
When you're giving these offers,
let's
say it's a service, maybe you want to train people on some soft skills, maybe. Because sometimes I do that. That's why I'm asking these things. So if you're doing that, do you give it absolutely free, or do you subsidize it, or what do you?
So how does it work? Let's we say let's be practical. And even in as we continue some of these, I would really love even to get practical questions. But let's talk about training. So right. how can I package my training to look tantalizing? So one of the challenges we have is SMEs. We are not able to distinguish and separate all the elements that are involved in a training. If somebody is taking notes, I would want them to think of it as value points. So you would want to start looking at what are the value points in this training. What are the value points? Where is the value? What is the value element? What are the points of value? Oh, I've said it so many times, but I'm sure I want to see Hicks. So, but what are the value points? You might not think about it, but the truth of the matter, even in a simple training is whereby you go, you do some ice breaking, and then you do your thing. You teach, and then you have a Q&A, and then maybe you might even have some specific coaching element with somebody. Those are so many value points.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about this. The icebreaker that you did, that is a value point.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yes, it is. And it can be quantified, time-wise and money-wise.
Very true.
I'm going to do a 30-minute, I'm going to do a 10-minute icebreaker worth pick a figure from the air, 5,000 shillings.
Okay.
If people are wamechangamka and ready to learn, is that not a breakthrough?
It is.
Have you ever gone to a training whereby even by 10 o'clock people are just there?
What did I do to myself?
So that's a value point.
Yeah.
The delivery of content, let's say for 3 hours, that's a value point.
Okay.
By itself.
Can I put you a bit on the corner?
Go.
Because I think once in a while I see you do even free talks, because I'm a convert of your free talks. Okay.
Yes.
Is that a value point?
Let me explain this first, and I'm going to come to that, and I don't know how much time we have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay, great.
Today we're in class. Yes.
Okay, so the free talk is something called a lead magnet, something that allows me to attract leads.
Okay.
So the free talk is a slightly different conversation because it's a lead magnet. It is, again, a tantalizing offer. You're getting the point now?
Yeah, it's an offer.
It's an offer.
It's an offer.
Come and learn for free.
Okay.
So when somebody shows up, then I am able to offer value upfront. And then I suggest, let's have more coffee dates and interaction. You know, coffee dates metaphorically.
Yeah.
And out of that, we can discuss how we can work more. But back to the training. So out of that training, let me tell you what can be now. You can say a 15-minute consultation. You know, that I'm giving a 15-minute consultation. It's free.
Yeah.
A 15-minute consultation that is free. It can be done something. You can also offer a 1 hour review, a 1 hour 30-day review. Go back there after 30 days.
Okay.
For a review.
Okay.
You're getting the point now.
Yeah.
Now that becomes an offer.
Okay.
That becomes an offer.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. This is amazing. Now, I don't know whether, because I think I'm also busy taking notes here. I'm seeing your points. And Grace, let me know whether you're getting us clear now. Let me see whether there's any other person who's asking any other question. Before I get into the question, oh my goodness, time is actually flying. We have about 13 minutes, so feel free to ask any question that you have. Feel free to ask any question that you have right now, so that at least you can get to learn. Today we're talking about building a competitive advantage. But before now we jump into the questions that may come through, let me know from your end now, James. We have, I think from where I am, I don't know whether I'm a good student when it comes to taking notes. I have 4 points so far. Actually, there are 5. Because we talked about mindset. We talked about getting the right client.
Yes.
Talked about seeking to serve fewer people.
Yes.
Deeper, for longer.
Yes.
And then your offers that you're giving.
Exactly.
Then now we're talking about what is your value point.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So,
what's the question?
Are we good now? Are we good now? Are we good to go? Are we ready to hit the market with a competitive advantage with that, or there's still something else?
Well, there's still something else. There's still something else. And you stumbled upon it.
Oh, I did.
You stumbled upon it when you asked me about my free talks, actually.
Yeah.
Because you must have an attraction.
Yeah.
You must have an attraction system in place. Notice what I said.
Yeah.
Attraction. A client attraction system in place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you said, remember, you've said all these things we've said. The next thing is this: you don't want to chase the people. Instead, it would be fantastic if they can raise their hand and say, "Take me."
Take me. Okay.
So you must have somewhat attraction, client attraction system.
All right.
So how do you attract clients? Can I share that?
That's the next question I want to ask you. How
exactly.
do you get there?
Let me talk about somebody I met yesterday. And this person is starting a school in one of these many places on the eastern side of the city, one of these many estates there. So the person is starting a school. So the question is, so yesterday I was in a business networking meeting, and the person said how they're starting to put posters, that's the usual thing, and so on and so on. Because it's a brand new school. No one knows you. Yeah. So they are starting from scratch. And they, of course, it's a big vision. But like most school scenarios, they are doing the right thing starting from kindergarten.
Okay.
And they're looking at getting their first few students now, even between now and even the end of the year, so that in January they can have a proper launch. Yes, we are together there.
Yeah, we are together.
So then the question is, you know, all the conversations of competitive advantage, you've said, all that, you know, kick in, including what we're talking about.
Okay.
So in this case, then the question would be in terms of mindset, the person must know or must think that there is opportunity for me in this marketplace. Whether there are other bigger schools or established schools, there is my opportunity in this marketplace. And then they must start thinking in terms of what is the right client.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So what is the right client? So this is a new school in a fairly established, developed area. So it's not necessarily, you know, if there was no school, then that would be, you would be the go-to person. But there are many other schools.
Yeah.
So the question is, why should somebody come there? See? So the person must start targeting the right person.
Okay.
Who is the right person? They're starting with kindergarten.
Okay.
So they are typically targeting, you know, new parents or parents with toddlers, you know, people who are likely to start thinking of daycare and kindergarten.
Absolutely.
So, but also, who would be the right client for this person? Remember we said, think about your own journey.
Yeah.
This person is a professional who has stepped out of employment and they are going into entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So I would be looking for other professionals because I am a professional like them. See?
Okay.
Now, the only bit which now I kind of differed in terms of strategy with what they were thinking, which is the posters and so on.
Yeah.
And, you know, trying to, okay, first of all, you need to do that. Obviously, you need to have visibility.
You need to have visibility.
But how can this person attract to those people? Okay. Which is where we are in the program now.
Okay.
Attracting.
Can
I move ahead now?
Yeah, go ahead now. I was waiting for you to get there.
Okay, first of all, I hope you like the way I've given the example.
journey. I was seeing it coming in, mindset, everything, offer.
Yes.
Now we are here.
In fact, even the offer that they need to prepare, always you must have an offer before you hit the marketplace.
Okay.
So the offer could be maybe slightly less fees because they are the first ones.
You're right.
You know, you could be, you know, pioneers, the founder parents, the founder students, and then give them, even maybe lock in some sort of discounts for them, something like that, you know, an offer.
Very true.
Yes.
Very true.
So, but let's talk about how do you attract these people?
Yeah.
This person needs to give talks. Start talking to parents. They need to give talks. Invite people to talks in the school. Start a conversation about education and early learners education. Start giving tips on how to start right with your child. What do you think?
Wow. Yeah.
And start speaking to the professionals.
You're getting them. Yes.
They will come. They want to know how to ensure that your child succeeds in future.
Absolutely.
And she should not pitch. Should not.
No.
Instead, you want people to come and listen
to the value that you have.
When they come and listen, you engage in a conversation. Remember, you said you must connect first.
Yeah.
Before you offer your solution. That is the way to do. And Maina, I have a question for you.
I'm just wondering, how many people, please ask me first.
I have a question for you, Maina.
Ask me.
Okay, this one, Maina, you know now you're on the hot seat. Now I've done things
I know, I'm already shaking, ready for it.
So should she charge for those talks? Yes or no?
No.
You've got it!
Yeah, because you can see the money way ahead. No, hold on for that. Don't rush to it, isn't it?
That is the point. Don't rush for the money. Invite them. You know, if you were to say, let them come closer. Come closer. You want them to come closer. So you want to engage.
You're right.
And the best way to engage is through education. Come, teach them, discuss. I mean, how old is your child? You know, how old is your child? You want to, she can even do some sort of talent, what is it called? Something about, you know, maybe, okay, she's an educationist or, you know, some sort of talent discovery.
Oh yeah, identifying
talent free. Oh, I offer. Yes, thank you. I think we're getting there.
Yeah.
So the offer could be, we're going to be doing free talent discovery for your child.
Yeah.
How's that?
Oh, this is making sense now, big time. I'm already feeling it and putting my own profession inside. So.
Yeah, because you want to offer value. You want to, something that has high perceived value.
Yeah.
But also utility. Utility. In other words, I can do something with it now.
Yeah.
So this person can give talks and also say, hey, for the first 50 parents, 50 students, we're going to give them free talent discovery and development for them. And this is something which elsewhere you can be paying $5,000 a month, but we're going to give that to you for free.
Yeah.
Because of being the first 20 students. We're going to do this for the next 2 years. Yeah. Something like that.
My goodness. I got it. So now, these are things sinking in. Don't mind me. I don't know. Do we get into the questions? Because now
I'm good. I'm good. I think we've done justice to the topic because we've used a perfect example.
A lot of justice, I tell you. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm ready for questions.
So feel free to also send in your questions. Let me look at some of them that have just popped in now.
Yes.
As you sip your tea or something. Let me see. I saw about 3 of them pop up. Let me see this one. Someone was asking about sustainable competitive advantage. I don't know what that means because
let's just jump into that.
Yeah.
Okay, competitive advantage is never constant.
Okay.
So the person is actually in the right direction. It's never a constant thing.
Yeah.
Because people will catch up. I mean, people are going to start doing the same thing, giving this little container here.
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
going to start giving free talent discovery.
Yeah.
So you must constantly evolve.
Yeah.
You must constantly evolve.
Yeah.
And you must constantly stay close to your clients.
Yeah.
Understanding their needs and so on. So it is through constant evolution, tweaking and improving. Yes.
Okay. Let me look at another one that just popped up here. How does one focus on their customer better than their competitors? Focus on their customers. I don't know if they can get
it's fine. Let's look at that. So
Yeah.
how do I focus better on my customers? Okay.
Yeah.
And if you focus better, obviously it's better than your
competitors. Definitely.
So again, it's a valid question.
Yeah.
By staying close to them, by talking to them, by asking them. You got to ask, how are we doing? Get feedback.
Oh, feedback.
Yes. How is this thing working? And how is this working? I mean, is it working for you? What can we improve?
Yeah. Wow.
Ask those questions ask them more times than your competitor.
So are we saying that establish a feedback sort of mechanism?
Yes, that one must be there.
Very important.
Yes. But the key thing is proactive, intentional.
Okay.
And don't trust silence.
Don't trust.
That's the intentional thing. Yes. Yeah, because sometimes we think, they're satisfied because they're not saying anything. Reach out.
Okay, there's another one. I'm trying to see whether we have someone on YouTube, so feel free to ask your question. We're about to close this up. We have 2 more minutes. There's this one. How do I clearly communicate advantages that entrepreneurs need? Okay. How do I clearly communicate advantages that entrepreneurs need to provide not only current customers but potential customers as well? Are you getting the question within the question?
I've got it. I'm good.
Yes.
The easiest way to clearly communicate is bullets and fewer words.
Okay.
Use bullets and fewer words. And also the easiest way to communicate so that somebody gets what you're saying is when you use lower level language, not higher level language, but what?
Lower level.
I call it the 10-year-old test. That if a 10-year-old cannot understand what you've just said, scratch it. The customer will not understand.
Wow. Can I now? We're closing. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
In your opinion, I think you've given an example like this. They're no longer doing this. So right now, when you sit down and you look at some of the people in the market, and you can clearly say, wow, these people know their game when it comes to competitiveness. Do you have a sample, an example?
Yes. First of all, I'm a student of this conversation.
Yes.
So I'm always on the lookout.
Always
checking out. I love swiping ideas. Swiping ideas is borrowing ideas.
Yeah.
So one of them was this soap. The toothpaste conversation is an interesting one. We can always see it in the media.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, there's one toothpaste that declared, we are not a toothpaste. Oh, we are a tooth something. You know, it's like creating a category for themselves. Yeah. We've seen some of the toothpaste that deal with sensitive teeth. Those guys have clearly cut out a niche for themselves, and they even use doctors' endorsements in it. So the toothpaste industry has done a pretty good job of that. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
There you have it. It's 8:30, and we want you guys to have their dinner and have their time with their kids. I think kids are on holiday, so I just want to appreciate you, James, for always coming through. You know, I mean, this is a class. And thank you so much for your feedback and the lessons. All of you who are giving salutations. I just focus on questions today. Okay. But thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for always being here, James.
You're welcome. I'm happy to be here.
There you have it, guys. Competitive advantage. And I hope you've taken a few things home. Because right now, you can't say that you're still going to be stuck where you are. Did you take your notes? I'm not going to read for you, but I'll post later on. But I hope you did. I am already here thinking of what I need to do to be better than that. Of course, special shout out to all the MoneyWise followers. I know you're wondering, if you're still wondering what's happening here. This is our new home at MoneyWise, and we believe that where there is money, there's entrepreneurship, and they also need to get to learn a thing or two. And today we had James Karundu, who is an author as well, speaker, and a trainer as well. He has authored several books. Go For It is one of it. Amazing book. Wow, 10 secrets to a happy and fulfilled life as you do what you love. What's in the book, James? There is a Stepping Stones for Top Achievers, an amazing one as well. I have it. I even have that other one. Then there is a Daily Growth Challenge, a 21-day personal transformation journey. And then there's the bigger one, the other one for entrepreneur.
Becoming an entrepreneur.
Becoming an entrepreneur.
Out of print at the moment.
Yes, out of print. Hey, out of print. You better look for James Karundu wherever he is. How can people find you, by the way?
I like people going online.
Yeah.
And I like people looking for me on my IG.
Yeah.
At James Karundu.
James Karundu.
James Karundu on IG.
James Karundu.
And I really need people to use, this is what, BizTalks?
Yeah.
They need to put that BizTalks, so that if they do that, then I know it was from this particular view.
Make sure you say it's courtesy of BizTalks. I watched you at BizTalks. It's a referral.
Anyway. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. So for us here at BizTalks, it's bye-bye for now. Thank you so much.